enough room. Not enough room for them to be able to squeeze it around. And the danger now is that ALinghi can't actually get the space between themselves and Team New Zealand to be able to either jibe or tack safely within the rules. You cannot maneuver a boat onto another jibe or tack if you don't give the boat behind room to keep clear. ALinghi weren't going to be able to do that, and that is why they bailed out of that jibe towards the safe right-hand side.
Well, of course, the next question is, they're deep in the box on Virtual Eye, sailing away from the starting line. Ed Bayard could be in a bit of trouble here if he can't get that jibe in. Dean Barker's got his bow down and to leeward of him. Of course, they've got to completely jibe or switch the mainsail onto the other side without doing it so close to their competitor. But I don't think there's enough distance, Andy, and now the boat is heading up. In fact, no jibe at all from ALinghi. Bayard on port now, still sailing towards the spectator fleet. Less than 3 minutes to go. And he makes attack onto starboard. No problem there. So Dean Barker, Andy, it looked like he had him for a little bit, but right now he's let Bayard escape back towards the line.
I'm surprised that Dean Barker didn't actually come up and try to stop Ed Bayard from tacking back in towards the starting line. But now ALinghi is still in trouble because Team New Zealand are right on their stern. So that largely means that Team New Zealand can control the final run into the starting line. I don't think we'll see any more circling from here on in. It'll be the final run in, and it looks like they're winning the pin as they turn up towards the line. Looks like they're pretty early, probably only 1 minute and 15 sailing to go to the pin end of the line. This is their final approach.
Well, Dean Barker is really pushing. He's strong in this breeze. He's got good control of his boat. His goal now is to push Ed Bayard towards the line. He's got less than 2 minutes to do so. Can he get ALinghi up against the ropes, or actually over the ropes, over the starting line? That's his first goal as he lets the clock tick down. And now both boats on port tack. It's ALinghi on the run. It's Team New Zealand chasing, pushing hard. But I think Bayard is okay in this stage. He's able to sail away from Team New Zealand and now tack back onto starboard, head for the line. He's got options. He can bear off to the pin. He can tack and head for the boat. No overlap yet from the boat behind, so Team New Zealand has not forced the pressure on ALinghi yet as both boats slow down. A solid position for New Zealand, however, to leeward. It looks like, he might want the pin end of the line. Bayard right now has options as well. But here's the danger. Don't let the bow get too close to the stern, or else Bayard is going to have a hook. If he gets a hook, he'll be forced to tack or sheet in to keep the distance away from the boat, from the boat behind him. That's not exactly what he wants. Definite overlap now. It's ALinghi to windward. It's Team New Zealand to leeward. Less than a minute to go. The boats are early. That's why there's no speed right now. Both of them just slowing down. New Zealand tucked to the inside. No problem there if he wants the pin. But it's Bayard now who doesn't want to be tight to windward. He tacks onto port. Will Dean Barker follow? Luffing up. Almost had to win the head so left, but back down on port. It's a split. Less than 30 seconds to go now as the boats head for the line, and Bayard is back on starboard as well. Tough to tell from here, but we can see Team New Zealand ramping it towards the pin. Will the first shift go to the left, or will it go to the right? Bayard to windward. Barker to leeward. The clock ticks down. The boats are going to nail this one. It's going to be an incredibly close start, but it's likely to go to Team New Zealand. Here comes the gun. Don't be over the line early. We're off in the final race here in Emirates. Team New Zealand has all the pressure on Ed Bayard. Sits tight to windward in ALinghi.
For me, definitely a win to Team New Zealand off that starting line. But Ed Bayard did a super job, because I thought they were in big trouble, ALinghi. The reason Team New Zealand in a little bit of an advantage is because the distance separating the two boats is very small. It's only, well, it's probably within 1.5